think thoughts slow and foggy.
Damn, are you gonna have the NyQuil dreams tonight?
Probably. I don't even
Good
know.
luck.
You don't
Don't
have
ask me
NyQuil
to
dreams
think
every
today.
night?
I snort it as I go to bed.
Oh, that's what Lexapro every night does to you.
But yeah, genuinely though, don't ask me to think today. I unfortunately be helpful.
Understood.
That
Nice
might be a
wall there.
prerequisite, though.
I'm here for support.
I'm here for moral obligations.
Literally, I'm here to just throw
Even
you
better.
a bone.
I'm here to establish an alibi.
Ain't no alibis getting established.
I'm here to return
Man,
some videotapes.
I was shook when I woke up from my nap and like had to peel off my shirt because it was just I was sweat suffused.
Waking up sweaty is genuinely like top 5 worst feelings.
It is, but to me, I'm like, this means my body's purging. Like I feel like I'm going to get better when it gets to that phase.
Yeah, a little fever never killed anybody.
It's like, nah.
Let's see. I rolled a 32. Will the group allow me to re-roll?
No.
That was for your mental capacity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that actually
32%.
seems accurate.
Alright, the next one's for our luck.
Heyo.
What would that translate into? Like a
75?
75?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, but it has to come from Peter.
Oh, for me? Okay. This one's for our luck
One.
today.
Oh my god. Brandon.
Oh, 75!
Sorry, you say
What is
something.
that
That's
map?
insane.
What map? Oh, that's all the smoke coming down from Canada.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as that other time it happened.
It was also it hit New York, so we didn't deal with it. Damn.
That is crazy, though. Brandon rolled a 75% on a D200, and I got a 75 on a D100. Crazy, man.
Hey!
Oh, Athena, what
Oh, no.
happened?
Roll
Hey,
out early.
is everyone okay using our collective peace token for the session on?
On the pre-game roll.
Yeah.
Fucking get out of here.
We're just gonna eat this session, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Before we continue, I did want to apologize for being absent somewhat last session. About 20 minutes into session, Catherine got violently ill, so I was juggling session in that, and I should have informed you all.
Is
So
she
I'm
feeling better
sorry.
now?
Oh yeah, no, it lasted like 2 days. But
Okay, that's good.
that is why, and I am sorry I didn't communicate that.
I mean, life happens, you know.
And at least you're saying something now, so I'm sure we all appreciate it. And I'm glad you two are okay. Because that does suck. And if something like that happens again, you for sure, have to help, obviously. So I get it.
But, knock on wood. No more out of the blue sicknesses.
Catherine will never get
There's a
sick again.
specter behind me.
Last session was kind of wild, though.
It was. Cooper, can you tell us about it?
No.
I don't remember.
Cooper's he got picked.
That one.
20 hours, please.
Well, I just regionally
Make
got
Peter
sick
do
too.
it. Peter's in perfect health. Okay. Well,
I did watch the video. I don't remember anything right
you
now.
were there.
For last session, Cooper?
Yeah, dude, you were there.
So true. How could I forget?
Wait, hold on. I may be blanking about what session was last session then.
Oh God.
If you I'm sorry, I have not slept in 20 hours.
Why?
Chump change.
How did that happen?
Because I'm a fucking insomniac. I couldn't.
Skill issue.
Simply get sick.
Alright, can somebody get me started?
The
Just tell me where we picked up.
session
I
began
forget.
with a Roy having.
Yeah, big Zaraki fight, yes?
No, it's
No, after.
Aftermath.
Oh. Fuck, that... I completely forgot that happened. I'm sorry.
What, the
mind
after?
is empty. Yeah.
Oh,
My
we
mind is
lost.
empty. I can't think of anything. If you ask me what my parents' names are, I don't think I could tell you right now.
Yeah, mom and dad.
Mother and a father. Then let's see here who would be next up on the list. It would technically be Peter. That would be so.
Peter's in perfect health. I see no issue with this.
Hey, as long as y'all aren't concerned about accuracy or
Yeah, tell us what you think happened.
Yeah.
You will be
So-
doing better than I, because I can't remember.
what I can recall from what I watched is we open up on the party deciding what to do with a Royth, who looks like the Peter Griffin falling down picture. And I believe like the group like talks to a Royth and like they're flipping like a coin to like see exactly how much they remember, and surprisingly they're passing, so that they're remembering quite a bit. Then I know Rhyme did a scry back to base camp
Mm-hmm.
and spoke to what's his name?
Avenir.
Avenir. And Avenir like was looking into the exact space where like Rhyme was looking down, but I think it was like he couldn't actually see Rhyme in this moment. It's more like he had his future sight of this moment, and so he was just preemptively saying things like that, kind of like future sight timey-wimey stuff. And it was basically like, yo, I'm getting everybody into the storm cave right now, but crazy something's coming for y'all. Do not be outside tomorrow at all.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise you're cooked. And do not don't contact me again, because like already this is kind of pushing stuff.
Well, he didn't know that if he would continue to be y'all's ally.
That's
He did say,
right.
"I don't know if I'm
Why-
your friend." Type
Mhm.
of deal.
Why did he say that? That's so weird.
Why did he?
We
say
don't
that?
know, and we didn't look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you didn't really have time to. So, for some reason, Avenir thinks he might not even be our ally anymore. Crazy daisy. So, Rhyme then talks to Gabriel, who's setting up navigation. Is like, yo, you need to change your focus from navigation to, like, defense and wards. And Gabriel does the switch, and Rhyme gets a peace token for that. Because that was good shit, apparently.
And we lowered the heat on the tank too.
That's right. The reactor. Apparently, there was some like energy surges going on that was making the reactor super, like a lot stronger than it was supposed to be. Its energy output was way higher than it was meant to be. And so preemptively, Ryan was like, yo, we should keep the reactor as low as possible just so that this thing doesn't explode on us. And that, because that would be really bad. Sure enough, as y'all are traveling, there is an energy fluctuation that goes really high, but because of the efforts taken prior, there's no skill challenge to make sure it doesn't explode. You're okay. I think that you like kind of get the sense of something really big coming your way from the east. And you're like, oop, just gotta press on, take shifts, kind of keeping an eye on things. You're wanting to make your way to the portal down south, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the portal down south. And during that journey, and this is the day where Avenir was like, don't go outside, the tank breaks down. I think it's like the axle broke.
Mm-hmm.
There's debate about who should go out there. Arella suggests that Aroyth should be the one to go out there since they're kind of the least, what's the word?
Valuable.
Necessary.
Valuable. Yeah, basically.
Not a
They're
true
least
member of the camp.
valuable. Yeah. It's less important if they get lost than if Ava got lost, for instance. That was a conversation they had.
Being called
Prior to
expendable
that
must feel great.
happening, y'all did have a cute moment with Aroyth where Aroyth just was like being a person and just kind of moving on with their life, it seemed like, from being the chaos, which is very sweet. Gabriel did have a conversation with Abada about like morality and kind of what he might have been planning to do with Aroyth. And saying how like Abada probably has had a moral compass like the rest of us this whole time, is just not really reading it. But yeah, then Axel breaks. Eventually it's decided that at first the thought was to have Abada use magnetic manipulation. But if that doesn't work, as it requires direct sight, so then Abada uses time stop. Abada rushes outside, and not 50 feet away is a flesh-tithified Tiamat. Very bad. Very not good. But it's time stopped. So tick-tock. Fixes the axle, hops back in, turns off all the lights, and as everyone, like, the time stop breaks, Ava, I believed, made the like ground feel pain through their grimoire, and that was enough to disorient / distract Tiamat for everybody to drive off towards the portal. And I think that's everything.
Correct. Well, as guys drove off, it began to rain. And it's still raining to this day. It is the 17th of Asra, 788 AR. Tiamat is a persistence hunter. Over the course of the last about a week, it has been a near constant hunt. Many close calls as you had to keep clinging to the darkness, clinging to the hope of not being seen. These encounters have left you all frazzled, exhausted, constantly on edge. As at this point, your retrofitted snow tank cruises through the rain and the surrounding 95-degree heat. As you go ahead and make your way to the portal site and location, which one of you is peering through the viewfinder?
Child will do it.
Okay. Child, as you look through, you can see a small building, little more than a cabin, really, amongst kind of this great expansive field. The snow has all but melted, leaving this kind of bog of mud within the highlands. Rock juts out, and inside those rocky crevices you can see the bodies of hundreds, perhaps thousands of dead, flesh tithe. At least you think they're dead. The thunderstorm continues to rage as the rain comes down in sheet after sheet. You hear Arella behind you as she kind of speaks up to you. Child, what do you see?
Yeah, we got a cabin and a lot of dead flesh tithe. Possibly dead. They could still be alive waiting to ambush us. And very muddy. But just a small cabin.
Okay. And Arella kind of turns to the rest of you. I don't like this more than the next person. At the very least, I think we should go carefully. I'm not exactly sure what to do here, though. We know Tiamat is somewhere in the area. But going across this open ground... risky.
You said a cabin?
Yeah, that is what it looks like. Can I get any more details about the cabin?
Yep, as you go ahead and look through, it seems to be made out of this dark brown wood, single story, with 3 kind of chimney stacks rising above it, maybe 3 or 4 feet. You can see that there is a small porch on the outside that has been filled with the bodies of dead flesh tithe that kind of ring this cabin in kind of these interlocking circles. There's no true and distinctive arcane sign or symbol that you can see, just the dead, the ripped apart, the fallen.
Is it? Armando had other shacks, didn't he? Out here.
I was thinking that the flesh tide would probably be attracted to it, like our reactor and everything. That's why they're trying to get in here and probably stop it. Because also they would know someone would possibly be in there. Yeah, but I mean, definitely the outside of it is trapped.
I wonder if they need these teleportation devices as much as we do. I couldn't say for
Colin,
certain.
Mm-hmm.
do we know if we can teleport between these teleporters or just back to base camp?
You can teleport between them, theoretically.
Okay. Just curious.
Does there seem to be a distinct pattern? You said the bodies were in circles around the cabin.
No distinct pattern. No symbol,
no
no
distinct
pattern, nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
In any case, we're probably going to trigger some sort of trap. It'd be hard to guess what it would be, given what it sounds like out there.
After we're gonna walk up to the porch and someone's just gonna shoot us.
Well, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of a choice, I think.
Someone is knocking on the outside of the snow tank.
Is there a small window in the door?
What was that?
Is there like a small window in the door that we can look out of?
In the door itself, no.
Okay.
And obviously the periscope probably can't turn since it would be probably out of view, considering how the tank is set up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David looks to the group and shrugs.
Are they like banging on it or knocking on it?
Half and half.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess be
David
prepared
moved
if we have
towards
to
the
fight
door.
our way out. Child will walk over to it
Yeah.
Gotcha.
and just look to, make sure everyone's, ready
Wait a
to
second.
burst out of here if we have to.
Can I scry the snow tank?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'd like to do that and view the outside.
Gotcha. As you view the outside, you can see a young humanoid man dressed in kind of long, kind of dark, long sleeve shirt, kind of darker trousers, blonde hair that seems to curl down past his shoulders, just kind of standing there. He pulls out a pocket watch from a pocket, checks it, continues waiting.
It looks like it's just kind of a guy.
Okay.
Any
So-
resemblance to anyone we know?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm not opposed to finding out who else tolerates this area.
Yeah, I think it's probably best to just open it too.
Okay then.
All of us be on our guard, though. Royce, Gabriel, get to the front. If something goes wrong, step on it. Yeah, gotcha. And Gabriel will kind of lead Royce to kind of a safer area.
Ava will come up behind Child, kind of ready to bestow aid if necessary.
I think Child will have Daybreak out, but just kind of pointed down towards the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And Child will, unless anyone has anything else they want to do, open the door.
Gotcha. Then, as you go ahead and open the door, you see outside the man just waiting. Good morning, or I suppose afternoon, to all of you. What
Hello.
weather we're having.
Yes.
Might I enter? There is a foul stench. And as you are standing out here, Child, you smell sulfur in the air. Feel the energies of the infernal. You look into the eyes of something that is not human, that is not mortal. You have been around devils for a long time. This is a devil.
What was your question again? You wanted to come in?
Yes, child of Yardeldrat. I would.
Okay.
Very well.
Child's gonna open the door more for him to step in.
And the man will begin to step forward. Choom, choom. Every time his feet step on the metal, you hear sizzling of heat as the smell of sulfur permeates behind. As the man goes ahead and steps inside, he goes and he finds a seat, just gently sitting down. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine, ruler of the Hells. The Archfiend has been replaced. Please, let us discuss what is happening here.
Ava will head to sit down.
And the rest? What are
Mhm.
all of you guys doing?
I think you see Child's just kind of frozen, and then sees Ava moves and just goes to kind of like sit next to her.
Yeah, I'll go sit down too.
Norella would go ahead and just sit. First things first. A simple contract. It will allow me to defend against any attackers so long as we are talking, discussing, in good faith. The effects of the contract will last no more than a day, and it is as I describe. A simple bargain to allow me to use my abilities, as is the custom of the Cinderkin doctrine. There is this burst of hellfire as this old scroll appears in the man's hand. As you can see now, parts of the flesh are almost melting away, revealing black charcoal skin and horns curling up underneath them. As the devilish features begin to show, a long barbed tail beginning to flick back and forth behind, as it almost looks like creatures are moving underneath this flesh. Reyes. He goes ahead and presents the contract written in gold ink to all of you, and then produces a pen, a quill, made out of the feather of a phoenix, as he passes it over to you, child. Your signatures will be enough.
Okay. Child will take the pen
Okay.
and I mean, looking over it, exactly what he says, kind of.
Yeah, exactly what he said.
And Child will put the child.
Okay. And will the rest of you sign one by one?
Ava would
Mm.
give it a hard look, and if it's as this person describes, I mean, Ava wants to know more, so I think Evelyn Chilblain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's no mention of any kind of exchange from our part, right? Aside from just talking with him.
Correct. Just talking.
Information
Okay,
of what's
then-
going on here, I assume.
Not even that.
Okay, then
Just
No?
talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Just talking. Okay, then yeah, I'd sign.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like a crazy trap. I'll sign.
You're so real for that, Cooper.
Fuck it, I'm
Well, I
in.
mean, hey, if I'm dying in a trap, I'm dying with my friends.
One in the bore,
Let's do
signed
it.
documents.
My God. Abacha will sign.
Okay. and Arella would go ahead and sign as well. And after all signatures are had, the document would curl up and then float back over to Asmodeus. He would take it, pocket it. You are all exceedingly reasonable. Now, this land, it is under contest from demons, from the Banker of Bones, and his Tide of Flesh, and all of you. Curious, isn't it? Now,
I would agree.
up until mere months ago, I was an unwilling servant of the Endless. But I have been broken free. No longer a puppet of the spider. Now, I have returned to my rightful position within the Nine. And what should I find than my predecessors' disgustingly close ties to the Abyss, seemingly taking the devils, the infernal powers, and tainting them with the darkness of the Abyss. A force that is unordered, chaotic, filled with liars. The hells are full of accountants. We keep our ledgers. We trade in souls. The Abyss would destroy the trade. Part of my release was that the Hells would wage war on the demons of the Abyss. This war now comes to your doorstep. I believe that 2 of my devils have been impacted by the Abyss. The Child and Anahi. Do you know of this influence?
We are aware in ways.
In ways that is imprecise. How are you aware? Of what evidence do you provide to me?
Nahi is dead currently. Well, trapped inside me. He killed her.
Devils do not know traditional death. Only within the hells themselves can death truly be found. No. Yours is a power over the abeyance, over the forces of limbo and the road of souls. You are not a bringer of death. That is not what the Hells forged you to be, nor it seems what the Endless had in store for you. But trapped, yes. That I would indeed agree with.
We know what the Frost Angels knew of Yardeldreth. Speculation on their true identity. Described as a bringer of madness and rot. I am quite sure that you know more, though, which is why I was not specific.
Wise. You are wise. What wish you to know, carrier of the Zaraki, of Yardeldreth?
Are they one of the Abyss? Or something else entirely?
They are the Abyss. The Endless exist as aspects of the ravenous abyss. Its hunger, its corruption, its insatiable need to destroy. They take on one of 5 fingers. The abyss's influence are like heads of a serpent, each one moving independently, yet they are tied to the same being. There is the spider, the pig, the wasp, the leech, and of course, that which waits at the end of life, the circling shadow, the carrion lord, Yardeldreth, you call it. Others might simply call it the vulture. A feeder upon death, rot, and madness.
Vulture is interesting. Ava would pull out the Craven Vulture Grimoire and kind of place it in the middle of where we're all sitting. Is this related?
Ah, yes. Each of the fingers possesses their own domains. The pig is a being of filth, rot, and distortion, while the crimson parasite, scheming, physical weakness, and yet still filth. Fingers of the same hand, yet still different digits. This book embodies one of the aspects of that which waits at the end of life. Physical weakness. its shadow permeating through these eldritch pages, gathering what is left of the dead, withering it away in life. That is the aspect that you hold before you. Now, you sit, you seek to know about these beings, and yet there is perhaps a greater threat. The flesh tithe. The madness within its leader, the Banker of Bones,
Ava flinches.
is unknowable even to me. But me and Nicholas Black have history. History that I seek to repay. I wish to ally with all of you. What say you to such a proposition?
My inherent biases tell me no, but it sounds kind of reasonable.
Reasonable. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Contracts do not necessarily need to be for the despair of the contractee for the benefit of the contractor. The suffering of a third party is also delicious meat. I was torn from the abyss. Such an action, I believe, could be done again. To strip away the greatest weapons of the Endless. You all have a being connected to one of the fingers that has a considerable amount of power placed within, enough so that one day, with enough death, perhaps the child could have matured into a demon prince of the Carrion Lord.
I don't want that.
I see. Then, upon this alliance, I will give you aid, guidance, support. But I will have my due when it comes time. The methods that we produce together to separate the abyss from the soul, you will help me recreate them. This will be a weapon. And in addition, I seek payment up front. For mortals such as yourselves are fickle beasts. very fickle. And I have need of my tools of office so that I might bring absolution to the churning chaos of not only this world, but all of the cosmic stack. This spear of Meropis, I will take it as the first part of my payment. And the second will be upon the destruction of these foes. This is my initial offer.
It's a hefty price, but it's not as though it doesn't make sense. If I might inquire, you mentioned being freed recently. Who assisted you in that?
Many. There were many. Great heroes of old. New heroes and villains alike. Much has changed since you arrived here. The twin empresses have fallen. The Titanic ring is in ruins and shambles. Even now, their forces seek to unravel all that makes this ring and its people. Yet, it is at this moment that I believe I stand at a point of particular interest. Your plight is yet unknown or forgotten.
You said the second half of your payment would be after, quote, our foes are defeated, but you didn't specify what that payment would be.
The payment will be the methods devised to separate the abyss from flesh, from the souls of those tied to the cosmic stack. It shall be my proprietary property to do with as I see fit, in accordance with the Cinderkin doctrine. I shall be your patron. I shall finance your arts. However, at the end, your masterpiece will be mine, and mine alone.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Do you have information on the Blood Veil?
I do.
And in this agreement, are you also seeking our aid with matters of the Man of Flesh?
I believe that it is you, Evelyn Chilblain, that are seeking my aid in these matters.
You are not wrong. Your interest, I suppose.
My interest is partly academic, partly personal. But as the Lord of the Nine, the ruler of the most powerful layer of the cosmic stack, the balancer of scales, and the great beast of hellfire, this matter is small. That is not to say that the infection cannot grow, particularly here, in a place so vulnerable. But my contract is for the destruction of the demons, and already my devils fight across the battlefields of the cosmic stack, with blades wreathed in hellfire. We cut down our foes with contract and cunning. We are the flaming sword to strike back against the foes, as what remains of the Ashen Veil is the meager shield. But the Flesh Tithe, I'm sure that you have figured out what they are after by now.
Yeah, for sure. But just to make sure that we're on the same page, could you tell us?
Of course. An act of patronage to begin our relationship. At this point, you watch as Asmodeus kind of reaches out a hand and begins to summon up a small conjured illusion of the Flesh Tithe warped Tiamat. What do you see in this creature? In a being that was once one of the Hells?
Corruption? I don't know.
One being. 5 appendages. 5 different consciousnesses connected to one body. The Banker of Bones. He has collected a replica of each tree of magic, low, high, titanic, primordial. Each he has spun into his own warped version. He has transformed the rings. And now he seeks to mimic a foe that has vexed him. Do you understand the evolution that is taking place across this dimension? What is coming? The Banker of Bones has seen the power of the Abyss, and he covets it. He is a cunning and cruel creature. And upon his altar of sacrifice, he was delivered a goddess of ancient and great power. One that mimics the abyss itself. Imagine what would happen if the metamorphosis of Tiamat was completed.
Well, that's scary to
I don't
think
think
about.
I can help but look at Erdman at that
Yeah.
and then look back. Evolution has been quite a hot topic recently.
Indeed. The constant moving and shifting of flesh. It bears weight. But there's more to see, more to learn. Accept my offer. I will open this portal. I will send you back to your camp. I will be close. You would be in business with the Hells in furtherance of successfully taming Yardel Dreth and bringing the Great Vulture to heel. In ridding your friend of such corruption and potentially ridding millions more of such things. Discuss it if you like. But this deal, it is the best that you will get.
Understood. What say you, Captain?
And you can see Arella is just kind of looking at Asmodeus. The devils of the hells are not to be trusted. And I do not trust whatever this devil is. I don't even know if it speaks the truth. You can say many things about me, child of Lavaterra. But a devil is not a liar. Your mother should have taught you this. Struck a nerve. Now, as I said, I do not trust the devils. But what we now face, it's a grave threat. And we still don't know what is happening back at our camp.
Can we have a few minutes to talk it over privately?
As you wish. And Asmodeus will stand, and we'll go ahead and just walk outside.
Okay. I think he's mostly after the spear. It feels like a sleight of hand thing. He's focusing so much on our, like, everything that we'd be giving up at the end, everything about our mission, but he just kind of casually mentioned the spear once at the beginning, and he wants it now rather than later, so it might be something urgent, and I think the thing that he wants above all else would be the spear.
You think the thing he asked for first is the thing he wants the most. I would agree.
Well, yeah, but it's the fact that he didn't talk about it at all afterward is what's a little sus to me.
I mean, if he's waging war against the Abyss,
And they have something to denature the Abyss, or at least something that is particularly suited to dealing with the Abyss. Also, any piece of Meropis's technology is valuable, no matter who you are.
mhm.
We wouldn't be the first ones to help this individual. I'm still stuck on that. As far as I understand, devils can certainly talk their way around something, but I don't think that they can directly lie. I believe his statements, regardless of his intentions, were at least true. People helped him free himself from one of the fingers of the hand, and now his people are obligated to fight against this threat. That does mean something to me, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would, like, stab us in the back or anything like that with this. I think he genuinely would be a big help, both against the Abyss and Flesh Tithe. I'd say my main concern is he expects us to, by the end of this, have a way to separate the Abyss from people. But yeah, once that's complete, he would have sole rights to that. I guess that's the part that I'm not as happy about.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm personally leaning towards accepting it.
Yet you thought his reasoning was suspicious. Why?
Why do I think it's suspicious, or why would I still accept it?
Why are you accepting it in this moment? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we're in a relatively shitty scenario, and a bad option is still better than no option.
We were in a shitty scenario when we talked to the Chaos, yet we are thinking about agreeing with this person. I think it's reasonable enough to ask. I do not think that they are asking us for quite the same purposes, but it certainly happened twice in a very short amount of time. Being offered something by someone we perceive as our enemy, or have perceived. The only difference in my mind is that, supposedly, other people have taken a chance. And there's nothing stating that we can't ask for clauses regarding his proprietary ownership. Not necessarily that he can be the only one to have it, but I don't think people that need it should necessarily have to be contractually obligated for their suffering. If he's the only one that can do it, that's fine. But child, you seemed nervous opening the door for understandable reasons. How do you feel?
A little in shock right now.
I get that.
Just... I mean, ranks change a lot in hell. I just didn't think she could be overthrown.
I mean, none of us would know how long the Archfiend has been head of hell, right? Like, it's just been an incomprehensibly long amount of time.
Yeah, since always, maybe? Like, there was never a point that you are aware of, Ava, where the Archfiend...
That we knew in Asmodeus.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm biased. I don't like them. I would fight the Endless and to get them away from me. I guess a real question is, what happens to the people after we give him the thing to strip the Endless away from him? What he does with the souls? Will they get to go back to regular life, or will they be conscripted into the ranks of hell to fight back?
Then we can clarify those points, I'm sure.
They didn't teach me much in hell other than fighting, so I can't speak too much on all the political and that shit, other than ranks changed all the time.
I would, while it's not great that he would have sole ownership of the method, that does not necessarily mean others couldn't use it for a price.
But, I mean, obviously something, bad happened to him. He was taken. He wants to, strip them of their power and everything. Yeah.
The Endless are the enemy of all of us, him included.
Yeah, destroying souls.
At the very least, this is a enemy of my enemy situation. And I mean, obviously, once he has ownership of the method, he will most likely use it as often as he can to strip power, which would benefit the cosmic stack. I'm sure it would also benefit him in some way, but...
And we also know there's a lot of research on the subject in this place.
Hmm.
So it's not like we do all this and we're just going to, be left with nothing to figure out. We'll at least have a start. Given we've, fight everything off here.
As unfortunate as it is, we do need help with the flesh tithe situation.
If we were
So-
to go ahead with this after inquiring further about his future methodologies, would you still stay with us, Captain? Or is this a line too far?
Thing I like. Of course, it's not. But I need to know what he meant by the Twin Empresses falling. I need to know more. And if there's a chance that we can help others. If there's no one left to help others, then it's down to us. We'll have to learn more, obviously, and even then we'll have to keep a very close eye. But if there's more to be learned and more to be gained, for such simple conditions, I won't walk away if we choose to make this deal.
Maybe we'll give a nod. That's a good point, Peter. Did say take care of child, though. I'm going to invite him back in, unless anyone has anything else to say.
Nope.
Would you like to add a condition for removing the Endless's influence on child?
What would that condition be?
I assume I'd be the
That
test
we can
subject.
do it.
Well, yes, that was already... He talked
There
about
are
child.
other things that we can use it on, I am sure. I just wanted to make sure that it can be used on child if we don't end up using it on them first. And this is more directed at child than anyone else. I want to make sure that you are given the choice and the guarantee of being freed from it.
Yeah. If, I mean, from what it sounds like, I assume I would be the first one. See if it even works. I mean, I'd prefer it to be... Make sure if it worked on me before we test it on other people. Especially if I'm going to help make it.
Yes. I just do not think it is a good idea to assume anything with a devil.
Pretty fair.
So if we can make sure that it is written in, then we can be safer with it. And if it truly is his intention to use it on you first, then you should not have any issue with that.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want the endless in his ranks anyway.
Correct. I just don't want to have to pay something in order to use it on you in the unlikely event that we complete it and test it on someone else before you somehow.
Yeah, okay. No, I get what you're saying.
That is the only thing I would like to add. I am for this generally, though.
I guess, are you okay with giving up the spear? And we'll look over to... I think it's Ray.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it is one of our only ways of making sure things are in check with the Rose. And it was the very thing we used that allowed us to defeat the chaos. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hesitant to let go of it like this.
So
Spear
a
was
clause that he must deal with the Zaraki. I don't think he would
Or-
be able to, though.
return the means to deal with the Zaraki to us should an event occur. That might be asking a lot, though. We will likely want something else in return. The spear was designed for the chaos, right? Not the rose.
I think it was Zaraki in general.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been particularly effective for the chaos because it kind of has a way of
Yeah.
cutting through
It's got
bullshit.
order.
Yeah, order to chaos.
And same thing for illusions as well.
He did say he wouldn't be very far away.
Another slight concern is kind of time. It is very warm, and the bodies back at camp are probably starting to warm up too. So that is not good.
There are other preservation methods. We would have to be quick, I imagine. Or perhaps that is something he can aid in.
I guess if you were not willing to give up the spear, what else would we give? Is the really only other question. I don't
I think
think.
he will accept anything less. He was pretty clear about this being the best offer.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to change an entire term of the deal would be a lot. Probably too much. Whereas adding a stipulation might be more acceptable.
Rhyme, what does your companion think?
I'll
Does he
take
know?
out the crane.
Take out the crane.
Hey, buddy. Are you still coherent?
I am coherent.
have you been listening to the past conversation that we've been having with somebody? I mean, you've definitely met him. Probably you're a devil,
I
but
have never
Asmodeus.
heard of this devil. He is
Really?
not my king.
It sounded like
Well, it
you.
sounds like the old one has been deposed.
Yeah.
Hmm. The Archfiend is of remarkable power and legend. But the Archfiend is gone. They have been unseen in hell for centuries.
You appear to be an expert at striking deals and getting the better of people. How do you think Asmodeus is trying to screw us over, if at all?
He will take the power he extracts from you and sell it back to you for a higher price. I could do the very thing that he is offering. All I would ask is release.
Do you have an army of hell at your back?
I did once, and I could have it again.
You
I think Child
they'd
just
still
looks
be
over to
loyal
Arella and
you?
just shakes her head. Sorry, Ron.
Uh, do you think that your former armies would still be loyal or care?
Time. Yes.
I mean, we don't have time. That's like
I could have devils by my side within a fortnight.
I
The
just
point
think
is
that.
mute.
What'd you say?
So the point is mute. Like that's just not happening.
Somebody let him out of his prison, but somebody put you in prison. So
yeah. It sounds like
there's already a step that
between the
he has
two,
crossed.
people like him more. And he
Well,
also
I didn't
said,
say that.
well, he said that heroes and villains alike were trying to free him, and I don't see. It sounds to me like heroes and villains alike were trying to put you into a piece of paper, not the other way around.
It could
He
have
also
been a
fucked with Aurella's
mistake.
mom.
Hmm. Perhaps he did as well.
But you don't even know him.
You don't either. Why
Well,
trust
yes,
an unknown quantity?
That's fair, but we don't know too terribly much about you. So I guess we're in a pickle.
I'm more inclined towards Asmodeus' deal.
Same
I
here.
mean,
Yeah, whatever reason you got put in here, it's probably a good one. I'm not
Would we
inclined to let you out if there's another option.
would we know of any stories of a Bob, like a devil put away?
we had already done that back when we first got him.
Mm-hmm.
We rolled
Okay.
like shit.
Yep.
We learned that he sucks ass and is at one point very powerful.
Yeah, from like Savris or something. Maybe Drock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, the whole point of our fight with chaos and stuff was prove the fact that we can handle ourselves and get through things with our own power. Now, but like, is this like does this feel different compared to that to you guys?
It is. I think it's different because it is not us having him solve our problems. We are adding an ally to our ranks.
I
It's
also,
under contract,
yeah,
but an ally all the same.
on the contract point, I think that having a devil under contract is a lot more reliable than just kind of having a verbal spoken deal with Chaos Incarnate.
We're also not having to sacrifice one of our own and work with the Mangle threat and whatnot, so it is different.
We will still have to solve our own problems. We would just be receiving aid in some form or another. If I was if we were up against a different enemy, I would be more inclined to disagreeing, but the flesh tithe is problematic for us and already has a really good foothold. We can ask if his alliance with us would include the aid of an or aid during a Zaraki incident. You can
I do
try and
also.
specify it in the form of the spear, but
I do also feel that he isn't trying to sway us to a different side. The Zaraki wanted us to completely flip our side. And that way he's already on board with us.
yes, we have similar goals already, at least according to what he's told us. He probably has more goals than what he has shared with us, but there are similarities. It's not changing sides, it is adding to our own.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only cost of this decision is, well, some people up back at camp will probably not be happy.
When have they
Then
ever been happy with us?
work
We're
on
put
it.
in terrible situation after terrible situation and have to make the lesser of two evil calls. If we are all that is left, and we can at least somewhat guarantee somebody's safety, isn't that enough? They may think we're evil, but perhaps that's the price to pay.
Hmm. Well,
Is that all?
Do we wish to call him back in?
It sounds like the answer is yes. Ava's gonna head to the door.
yeah, but before you do, I will just say my position is closer to a no than it is to yes. For me. At this moment.
Is it solely because of the spear?
More so the method than it is for the spear.
The method?
Removing influence.
Yeah.
Him maintaining ownership of that?
Proprietorship.
Yes.
But at the same time, again, but it's not. Yeah, like it. I'm on the fence, but I would say I lean more towards no. But
How
yeah,
about we call him in, ask our questions, and then see if those answers change your mind?
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I was just letting you know where my position was at the moment.
Okay.
Ava will kind of knock on the door twice and then open it.
Gotcha. You would see Asmodeus standing there with Hound.
Hound.
And kind of
Child would fucking run over for a hug.
runs in and kind of like leaps into your arms.
I think you see a couple tears shed from a child, and she's just hugging him.
Woof! Woof!
Hey, missed you so much, buddy.
And just begins to like lick you with a flaming tongue. Reunion. It warms a cold heart. What have you decided? Is my deal amenable?
I don't suppose you would mind answering a few more questions.
Perhaps I could. Or
Just to
perhaps
clarify
I
the
could.
contract.
I could clarify my position now. Or I could activate this portal and send you back to your base. And then, perhaps, our conversation might be more fruitful when you know what you are truly working with.
Deva looks back from the door.
Arella is white as a ghost.
Can I see? Is she looking at him?
Yeah.
White as a ghost?
Mm-hmm.
They get to our camp?
Oh, child. They got everywhere.
Yeah, I think you see child kind of turn white too.
Okay, if that's the case, then we just need to move fast. Yeah, let's go to camp, see what's going on, and yes, we'll make our decision then.
An intelligent choice. And you can see at this point, Asmodeus would snap as you would see a portal beginning to appear outside the cabin, red and flickering. There you are. A path home.
How long does that transportation take?
Well, a normal amount of time. However, I suppose, as a show of goodwill, I could accelerate the process. How would...
Can we drive the tank through?
Yes, of course. I am no mere conjurer of petty party tricks. I'm the first devil. I have been reaping souls since before this universe sprang forth. You will be
I did not mean
transported
to call your power
instantly.
into question.
Of course not. That would be suicide. And you have survived this long.
If it not.
Let's get back to camp.
I will be along when you're ready. And Asmodeus would go ahead and just step outside of the vehicle, allowing you to drive.
Ava will hop in and let Gabriel know.
And he will immediately go ahead and floor it, as within a matter of moments, all of you are driving through this red, crackling portal. As you arrive back at the camp, as you would go ahead and exit out at the base of the contact obelisk. The camp is melting and silent. An unsettling silence.
I think you see Child run for the periscope, still with Hound in hand.
Mm-hmm. You kind of run to it as you begin to look around. There's no activity. There's nothing.
You're in the cave, right?
Ava won't respond, but will start walking that way.
Gotcha. Are all of you walking that way?
Yeah.
Dreading every step, but yeah.
Okay. As you begin to walk then towards the storm cave, as you would begin to approach its exterior, you would go ahead and see Drock lying unconscious outside the storm cave. You can see as like these arcane glyphs are glowing along his body.
Are the glyphs recognizable?
Make a mental check.
Cool. I have prestige now, yay! 5 successes.
5. They're titanic in nature and seem to be like diverting his own magic and energy towards a separate source.
I assume the source is unidentifiable right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and prop Drock up a little bit. And I can look first.
He'll be right at your side.
Oh. Blood-eyed checking in the cave.
As you go ahead and check inside, you would see that the cave's entrance kind of narrows, and seemingly like a hallway made of refined metal goes deeper inside. And you can feel layer after layer after layer of protective wards. And you realize that this is what Drock's power is kind of feeding into right now, but only lightly. Like something else is taking up a significant brunt of the load at this moment.
Continue on.
Okay, the rest of you following?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Then, as you go ahead and make your way down, you would come to a door, sealed and shut. You would feel heavy protective wards at this location, Abata. And you would see a figure, hand kind of pressed on the door, feeding incredible amounts of power into it. Power that you have not felt since you first arrived here so long ago. As all of you would see a fully powered Savras diverting all of his energy into the wards on this door. As he would kind of open his eyes and look over his shoulder. You're all alive.
Yeah, for the time being.
What's going on? Not to cut to the chase.
The flesh tithe. Its energy has spread across the land. I am sure that you have seen its mutations.
Indeed.
You all were not affected. This is good. Everyone else...
But they were.
I don't know how many. I have been too afraid to look. Avenir saw a vision of transformations. We began to act as soon as we could. This was hastily assembled, and now we are here. I don't know who inside is flesh tithe and who is not. But with whatever happened, my magic, my memories, whatever was making me broken, it is gone. As if something was holding me in great jaws, and now those jaws are open.
You're lucky that you two were here. There were 3 Avenir as well.
Avenir is inside.
All the bodies that were in there too.
Yes.
Fuck.
We could not take a chance that the flesh tithe would reanimate them.
Very fair.
We come with 2 things. A Royth without the chaos. And the King of Devils has made us an offer.
You can see Savras kind of looks kind of over at Aroyth, who is kind of standing amongst you, then over at Child. And he kind of gives this short nod. I see.
We are in dire times then.
He says that it's much worse out there.
Indeed.
Titanic ring in shambles.
I don't know about that. But in my visions, with my power, I have seen a great drill. It is now warm. Now. And it has punctured the blood veil. I feel it's now heat and energy spilling out into the gossamer bore, revealing our great shame. I see now why he hid it from me, why they attacked me, cursed my power, suppressed this magic. We must not allow the Banker of Bones to get into the deep. If he makes it there, all will be lost.
Agreed. Savras, is she in there too?
I'm devoting most of my energy to her cell. If she turns, if the Flesh Tithe is able to create that monster, and if she gets free, I do not know if any would be able to stop it. It is the final piece.
We saw Tiamat. I can only imagine what comes next.
What comes next? It is the ruining of this side of the ring, too. All will be consumed by the Flesh Tithe. Yes, there will be nothing left.
Then we better try our damnedest to make sure it doesn't happen. If we fail, it would turn out the same way it would have if we hadn't tried. So we might as well try.
Yeah.
I know what my decision is.
Same do I.
Do you know what this place is? Has the veil been pulled from your eyes as well?
The most we know, it was a battleground between the king and Meropis.
Battleground. In a way. But that is the great shame. One by one, the forces of the Endless, they took our greatest champions. The power of the Endless defeated Meropis. Meropis was the 6th to fall. his title became the king, for he was crowned the king after he threw down the original Zoraki. All the Zoraki that were inferior to his designs. After Meropis' fall, after his change, me and my siblings fought in the Gossamer Boar. But the king plunged the boar into an intense winter. The reasoning being that the demonic machines that were created through dark alchemy, they required cold temperatures, as they could not function. Heat is the bane of dark alchemy. A defense people tried to mount, but the king caused the landscape to become a caricature of itself. Everything twisted was destroyed. Only the power of the Savior was enough to eventually throw down the Zoraki. But even then, it was not enough for the other worlds, the other side of the ring. It was sacrificed, destroyed. This side of the ring, it was never meant for living. The other was the paradise built by Meropis. This, it was the roots, not meant for me or you or any else but a few select races, one of those races being the Bosch. And now, the latent evil within the deep, the center of the ring, the true center, it spreads again. And once this ring was reconstituted, I have to imagine that the magic of the abyss, the corruption of the king, it remained, and it still began to spin and grow. And it took from me, I don't know, any who had been affected by the light of the Dark Star. As it was pulled back, as it was removed, so was our memories of this place taken. And yet they are returned, and I do not know what this means. But now here we stand, and something within, he stirs. It's the power of my old friends and his agents forging, continuing to forge. And his machines, his knowledge that built this ring. I fear what this could mean. What now spins before us.
One step at a time.
No. One step at a time. That is what I told myself. And it is true. But But you must understand, I cannot fail again. All the people that we failed, the lives that were lost, civilizations that were broken, how we were forced to destroy the staircases and the connections that they had. How the wards were forged and a past forgotten. You must understand that this world that you now live in, these were the roots. They were supposed to order, make things plentiful. Magic as you know it now, it was not this. Oh, Zix would kill me. But you must know, in the world before, magic was a resource, mined in the ground. Meropis, he made the ring stable that way. This, on which we live, it is the chaotic underside of the ring, where magic is condensed, reduced, made into ore, slowly fed to the other side. And so much else. That's why the Arakel, beings of energy and magic, this is their home. This is not your realm. It's beings of matter and flesh. But even in a place where we were strongest, we lost. We were unable to win. And now the drill of the flesh tithe, it eats into the heart of this place, seeking to access ancient magic and energy. I fear that he will connect the other side of the ring that was scourged and scorned to this. I'm sorry. You're hearing the ramblings of a old man.
Please don't apologize.
No, my apology is for you. It is for a world lost, generations lost, friend lost.
Yeah.
The fight is not over. Many things have happened in the past. I don't know how long that seemed like they were impossible before. Thank you for telling us all of that.
Yeah. We can't change the past, But there's still a future.
We will make it so.
Quite right, of course.
All we can do from the past is learn from it, understand it, better shape our future.
And you have access to new knowledge. That's incredibly important. Knowledge is our power. We just have to be smarter than them. If they get full enough of themselves, they'll believe that they can do no wrong, and that is when we will strike. When they are at their weakest. They believe they have everything. We just have to put the pieces in order.
I think that you are probably right. Those pieces, they are a challenge in and of themselves. This drill, what they are using to access the workshop of Meropis. I believe that the drill is of Meropis' own design. Probably the only thing that could break through and into the blood veil. Into the resting place of the king's body. But as I attempt to scry to look closer, there are wards that have been placed. I believe at this moment that the enemy, the Flesh Tithe, they are using ghost glass in the form of a pyramid to protect the drill. I think this structure is why the Flesh Tithe wasn't destroyed by the storm. The ghost glass itself is... it is powerful. But even I am not fully confident on what to do with it. And you have been farther north than I. Far north, it is fallen. That's true. I saw a creature walking the wasteland. I saw similar creatures in Kari on the Dark Ring, and they chased us ever since. Creatures, once people, infected by a virus of the Flesh Tithe's own making to transform the world. All people, a single scratch is all it takes, and within a matter of moments, even an Aether soul has fallen to it. I saw many fall to such a force. It's incredibly dangerous. And that's not to mention the ghost glass. I did some studying on the material a little bit at, well, I mean, one of the twin empresses, the maiden, she asked me to do some looking into the material. I don't know exactly why she asked me to, but I was supposed to keep it secret. But I guess at this point where there are no secrets anymore. I hope she'll understand, or if she's gone, then I hope I won't disgrace her memory, but the stuff, it's cursed. I know that. And anyone who touches it, they get, I don't know, destroyed? There is a reason for this. Ghost glass, as you call it, it is a byproduct of the corruption from the other side of the ring. It's the byproduct of a neutralization reaction. The taint of the Zaraki, it lingered on the other side of the ring. The abyssal forces in nature, and whenever the powers of the high gods or the titans or magic, the wards rise to cause the spread to cease, it is the ghost glass that remains. And within it remains the curse, the madness, the hate, and I guess somehow the flesh tithe. I can use it? Maybe? I don't know, but from the research that I did, whenever they show up, the ghost glass is there. So maybe they're, in a way, immune to it. But I don't know if we're immune to it. I don't know if we... Wata, are you able to adapt to such energies? Curses, I mean.
I've never tried. If we could find something that is able to, it would make things easier.
True. If you are able to adapt, then, like you help to adapt everyone else, perhaps we could synthesize a way for you to create a potion, alter others. I don't know the exact method, but allow you all to at least enter inside the Ghost Glass Pyramid. If that's where the power's coming from, then that's at least one target for us that we need to shut down. And if the pyramid is destroyed, the drill is exposed. It's still a tall order, but it's at least a place to start. Yeah, but, I mean, there is still a problem. I mean, I work with organics. I mean, I study magical sources. But I don't have any training when it comes to curses, and I don't think you really do either. And does anyone here do anything with curses?
Yeah, I assume we couldn't blow it up. It would probably be really bad. Yes. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Or I guess kind of. I can neutralize demon curses.
That's something, but we need to be able to mass neutralize, I guess. And is this even a demon curse? I mean, walking you in there, child, it would be a risk, because, I mean, suppose probably that the banker in the flesh tithe have, I mean, they've adapted to the abyssal energy, I guess, on the opposite side of the ring, or whatever is there, and it's probably not the same, or maybe... No, it can't be the same, because they are obviously fighting the Mangled Thread, and they're working with the Endless, I guess.
It was described as madness and hatred. I can't really think of much more that would describe the Man of Flesh than that.
Yeah, Wait, hold up. I think I know someone who, or I know people that actually know all about curses. Heliodorus knew about curses. I mean, he used to be a Shivo librarian, and I mean, Merrick, he was a full cleric of Ishin in the Maiden, and I think he talked about curses and such. Could we Can we talk to them, child, or do something along those lines? Maybe they could help us understand what it is that we're actually dealing with.
Ava pulls out a grimoire. I could return one of them.
Their bodies are in sight, though.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, if we could, what was it, get to the moon cave, there's a possibility there, but we'd still need stuff to make the bodies. And that is also the... I mean, maybe the device can get them out.
It's too risky to go inside. I mean, even if the bodies are fine, if there's an opening, a crack... We fought the flesh tithe before. We know how dangerous it can get and how quickly it can get so dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
We do still have that offer on the table.
There's that offer, yes. But we are sailors. And while the flesh tithe might be on land, we could
The sea
always...
isn't frozen anymore.
Exactly. What if we just go fishing? We've already seen how large the creatures inside that ocean can get, and not all of them are necessarily dangerous. I mean, take our encounter with a basking shark. That's been documented. How much flesh is on one of those creatures? A ton? More?
Quite a lot.
Obviously, it would take time, but I think that we would be able to do it. We could go fishing, train here, finalize the wards before we leave, get our bearings. And we could get our friends back. We need allies more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's like that plan.
And obviously there's something different about all of you, and I hope us, to an extent. If that difference is there, then perhaps we could mix in some of Abata's essence into the new bodies created, almost giving them antibodies to whatever the flesh tithe is doing. What do you all say?
I think we've done crazier.
You have absolutely done crazier in my presence. Yes. That's not up for debate, Ava.
I'm in.
Yeah, let's run it.
Anything to get the people back?
Okay. Then, if we go ahead and do that, train, get ready, then we figure out how to go into the Ghost Glass Pyramid, destroy it, access the drill, and then we call in a favor. If there was a time to do it, it would be then, yes?
A favor?
Deal?
Ah.
I mean, that would do a lot of damage to the flesh type, so would probably be good.
It would. The question just becomes if we are going to do this. I think we need to finalize it sooner rather than later. Obviously, Asmodeus sent us here to see the situation that now befalls our camp and our friends. That doesn't mean we need to accept the deal. But if we go forward without him, we need to know that. If we go forward with him, we need to know that. I should ask Ray, are you still against working with Asmodeus? Do you think we can do this alone?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when we first got here and I saw the situation, and I had my doubts, but if there's a plan, there's a way. I believe that we can take care of it on our own. Now that there is an avenue to get all of our people back, I would prefer to do it on our own.
And Arella will kind of look to you and then to everyone else. I don't think that we can go making deals with devils, if not all of our hearts are in it. If someone wishes to speak now in support, I think we should do so. If not, then we carry on as an island.
The easiest path would to be make the deal. Damn, we're not good at the easy path, though.
I was about to say, when have we ever?
And it is not as though we are not still working towards what Asmodeus idealizes. Being able to strip the abyss from people. We just won't be using his power to do so.
And I think because of that, he's not going to be actively opposed.
Also, can you guys imagine that, though? He genuinely thinks that we will get to that point where we can remove the abyss from people's souls. When we win, and we can use that just for everybody. I mean, that would just be amazing.
Well, it sounds like there's no time to waste.
Then, if we're going to go ahead and do that, then the time we're training and fishing, I would like all of us to begin trying to work on ways that we might be able to figure out more. If this has happened, then Rhyme, maybe you could attempt to see, using your sight, how it happened. Gain glimpses, visions. And we could try to enact something similar. Maybe at the very least. I mean, we know that there are pieces of Meropian technology about. We know the location of one is at the Sunforge.
Yeah.
Yes. If we can begin working on a way, then maybe fully rid Child of the influence, I don't know. But make a significant stride forward, I think it's worth a shot. do you all say? It's crazy, I know, but
Yeah, well, what else are we gonna do? Sit around and die?
it is an option.
No, it's I get. Well, no,
Trust me,
it's a bad one.
I've died before. I know it's a bad one.
It
Yeah.
was putting her hand into the circle.
Arel put her hand into the circle and gave
Oh,
her
I've
to-
always wanted to do this. I'm gonna put my hand in.
I will too.
Child will put her hand in and also put Hound's hand in.
I elbow about
Picking up the dog.
Bata would slightly confusedly put his hand in.
And
There you go.
you guys see out of the corner of your vision, kind of a Royth kind of standing back there.
We got space.
Yeah, come on.
You're with us too now, right?
I am, yes. And Royth will go ahead and put her hand in, and Savras will put his hand in. Let's do this. Huh?
We've got this. I can feel it.
For the people?
The people.
For the Kruger expedition.
And Childs. By the way, I know that you've been making art, but if we are trying to save you, I need to believe and hope that there is a way to save Meropis as well. Could you draw a picture of them for me?
Of course.
Thank you.
Eh,
Do you need a
I
reference?
better if I. That would be amazing.
Hmm.
I'm not good with details unless I can see things.
I see. Then they look like this. And as Savras spins up his hand, you all watch as he throws up an image of Meropis.
Oh,
You-
fuck,
Chat.
dude.
Excuse
Really?
me?
And that is where
Really?
we will end the session
That's so fucking funny.
Excuse me?
Yes.
for today.
I'm gonna vomit. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
For real?
What?
Dude,
Fucking
what a
vomit.
Oz didn't
coincidence
lose
that
shit.
The sin looks so close. Am I right? What a wild coincidence.
Oh
They
my
must be twins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, yeah, of course. It's twins. It's not.
It's twins.
He didn't model
Yeah,
himself after
twinsies,
anything
guys.
at all.
What a crazy coincidence.
Oh my god. Fucking so funny.
Yeah.
Have we seen that token border
Wow.
before?
That
I
one,
haven't.
not that color, but we have seen that design. I think.
Mhm.
I would really hope that you've seen that design before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why can I not place it?
Here, let me give you some help real quick.
Thank you.
Let's do a side-by-side.
I don't know. Corporate needs you to find.
I don't know why
That's so funny.
that didn't occur to me. I'm just
You're
so
too busy
used to
thinking,
like. Well, yeah, but
It's
I'm so
blue.
used to just seeing them that it didn't
Yeah.
cross my mind at all.
Da, da, da,
Okay.
da, 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 da.
You motherfucker.
Me?
You're crazy, man.
You're telling me I can have him back?